Warning! This channel is not intended for those without a sense of humor. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of Dude, Dude, and or their special guests. Lazyboys Night cannot be held accountable for how sensitive you are regarding any social beliefs or opinions that happens to be in fashion at the time you are watching this video. If you do not find this video entertaining, then you are taking life way too seriously. If you have a complaint about any episode, please book an appointment with a therapist or get yourself a nice beverage, grab a seat, sit back, relax, and join us for a Lazyboys Night Therapy Thursday. Cheers!
That's Dude.
That's Dude.
And welcome to Lazyboys Night.
Oh, yeah.
You know that's your signature line now, huh? Nope. Good head, thick head. I haven't poured the whole thing.
Nice.
What is this?
Thick head.
Thick head. This is the Beach One Cerveza from Wasaga Beach Brewing Company. If you didn't know, Wasaga Beach, world's longest lakeside beach.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Biggest lakeside beach in the world.
Well, I guess nobody's
Right
going to be
here in
going down to Wasaga Beach for their winter escape
No, nobody there this
from
January.
the cold Canadian winter.
All right. I look forward to trying this. Nice and clear. This is a lager, I believe. It's a cerveza. Yeah, it's a
Cerveza.
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 All right,
That's all
but
that
before we
counts.
drink this, subscribe.
Yeah, do that. Help us out. Show us that you actually do care and you love us a
And
little
then-
bit.
Like and share.
Oh.
Like and share. Like and share. All right. Cheers, dude.
Cheers, dude.
Two guys talking, saying anything, nothing new to say, talking anyway. Start yammering, can't hear a thing, nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew. Let's have one more brew. One more brew. Stop talking, try listening, try anything, try whistling. There you go again, saying anything, nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew. Let's have one more brew. One more brew.
Good. It's a cerveza.
It's totally a beach beer. I get why
It
it's
is
called
a beach
Wasaga
beer,
Beach.
yeah.
Have this on the beach, feel good, watch the women in bikinis, and say, one more, por favor.
See? You'll never see that in a Marvel movie. A girl in a bikini. Watch other episodes. You'll see what I mean. All right, folks.
It's the second week of 2024, the year of the 2-4.
Year the 2-4.
And we had to take this past week, to process all of the fallen celebrities we've lost in 2023.
Yeah.
They are too numerous to mention.
It was a big year of losses.
I don't think not since 2016 have we lost so many big celebrities.
Like a lot of falling stars
Now,
this past year.
we can't mention them all, but we'd like to take a few moments just to pay tribute to what we'll scroll up right now. And I know that list is far from being complete. There's so many others, but these are some of the bigger names. But amongst those names, there are several who are near and dear to us for various reasons, and we wanted to pay a tribute to our fallen stars.
To our falling stars.
First one I want to mention, and I gotta say we already start late in the year. A lot of people died in the first half of the year, but to me the first big one that hurt.
So, like you said, we're taking the ones that actually had a personal impact on both you and I. So
Yeah.
to start off, that's not the easiest of things because there were certain people that have left us in the past year that either one of us had an affinity for or we had an... But this is a list that we both agreed on that the people we'll talk about had an impact on both of us, so we both can chime into the conversation.
And first on the list, it actually was around until July, I'm talking about the legendary Paul Rubens, also known as Pee Wee Herman. When Pee Wee's Big Adventure came out, I was still just a kid. We were both kids, and
Thank you.
The impact, just less of a kid there. The impact it had on me. It's ridiculous. It's over the top. It's silly beyond belief. And this is a man-child, a petulant man-child, who still, for some reason, was so endearing that I got a puppy that summer after, and I named it Pee Wee.
Because of the movie.
Because that movie. And Pee Wee, for the longest time when I'd laugh, I'd be like, ha, ha. And it was I couldn't help it.
I still do it today.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get into a situation and it gets uncomfortable or whatever. La la la. And then right away people know what the hell you're doing.
If you put me in a gray suit and give me a red bow tie, I'll be like doing tequila dance all night.
Do you remember when was the first time that you saw Paul Rubin as Pee Wee Herman?
It was Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I'd never seen before, and it blew me away. What about you?
I had seen him on another show, and I can't remember for the life of me. Dude, I'm not going to make you look for this, because if it's not in my brain, it's going to be too much for you to treat.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You got a free pass on this one. No research required. I'm just saying that I had seen him either on a talk show or something playing that role, but it was more geared more towards adults.
He did have sometimes some adult humor. I remember seeing him in a sketch where he had mirrors on his shoes and he had him under Dottie's skirt or something like that. And he's just like, ah!
So
yeah.
When I saw the trailers for the movie, I went, oh, I had seen him before. But when you watch the movie, like I said, the sense of humor I saw him was late night. And then when I saw him in this kind of a movie, I guess, okay, so it's toned down. But I remember I could not stop laughing.
Oh yeah, it was funny.
Just the opening sequence and when he's at home.
It was a night just like this.
Large Marge!
Now, sadly, Paul Rubens at one point had a fall from grace in the 90s when he was caught in an adult theater.
Oh, don't go there.
It's worth mentioning, but the reason I'm mentioning it is because despite that, he was able to laugh about it and re-endear himself to the public. And while the Pee Wee character...
before the internet, folks.
Yes, before the Pee Wee character could re-emerge decades later being wholesome again, people still forgave him because he could laugh at himself, and he climbed his way back up. And in fact, he released just several years ago a final Pee Wee's Big Vacation movie, which also hilariously
very
brilliant.
well.
Oh yeah.
But he had the TV show, Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Pee Wee's Playhouse, that was awesome.
I still love it. And the thing is,
which had Phil Hartman on there too.
Yeah, well, he's a co-creator.
Yeah, he is.
Of that character.
Yeah.
Anyways, we could spend a whole show just on Pee Wee.
We could.
Paul Rubens.
We salute you. Hang on. Let's do this right.
Yep.
We salute you, Paul Rubens.
Salute you.
All right. Next on the list, dude.
On our list is somebody that everybody knows.
Everybody.
Bob Barker.
Come on down.
You're the next contestant
on The Price is Right.
He did his entire career
with that tall, skinny microphone, and he was always so classy.
Always with the nice suits and everything, and just always calm.
The king of game show hosts.
So, folks, dude, this time you have to do research. Go check out this episode. We actually went to The Price is Right in California.
We weren't called down, but you could see the camera panning, and you see us in the audience at one point.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? We were there. And we saw Bob live.
With long hair.
So, for us, he's been in our lives one way or another. I still remember the Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, yeah. Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore when he's
The Price is Wrong, Bob.
When he's fighting with Adam Sandler. That was classic.
I can't believe you're a professional golfer. I think you should be working at the snack bar. You better relax, Bob. There is no way that you could have been as bad at hockey as you are at golf.
All right, let's go.
Oh! You like that, old man? You want a piece of me? I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing.
To me, Bob Barker was, as a kid, no streaming TV when we were kids. And as a kid, if you were sick and you stayed at home,
Yeah,
you
that's
got your
true.
chicken noodle soup. And what did you do? From 11 to 12, you'll watch The Price is
Yeah.
Right, because that's when it played, and you'd be bundled up in a blanket on the couch, and your mom would let you watch The Price is Right, because there was nothing else on but soaps.
Yeah, but
and The Price
yeah.
is Right, and it was
But
awesome.
that was like the best way to be
Oh,
sick
yeah.
at home is getting to watch The Price is Right. And they're games that, like, you could show any clip of The Price is Right, everybody's seen it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
this guy,
He was an
is
institution.
unreal.
He was an institution.
Unreal, and that's it.
Yep.
I know he was advanced in age and going, well, he's had a
He
great
was
life
99
still.
when he passed, but yeah.
It still had an impact on us, and we had a great moment in our own lives where we got to see him live, and it was fantastic.
He was 99. He died just short of his 100th birthday. And I saw a meme once that said, leave it to Bob Barker to dying just before 100 without going over. Which, if you've seen The Price is Right, that's a funny line.
That is a very funny line.
Yeah.
It's almost like he would have done it
Oh,
on
yeah.
purpose. Oh,
Anyways,
my God.
Bob.
Hey, Bob, we salute you.
We salute you.
So, what do you keep looking at your feet for? What's wrong with you?
I stubbed my toe earlier and it
hell,
hurts.
man?
I know.
Did the Grinch drop a hammer on your toe by accident?
Yeah, during that car wreck.
Exactly.
Ah, Grinch.
Anyways, we digress. Of course we do, because that's part of the show. You know what? I want to bring up the fact that we're talking about people that had an impact on our lives that we got to see live. This person we've never seen live, but he, for a long time, lived in the Hollywood Hills near us.
He did.
And we sadly, and he's of our age.
He's our age, our generation.
Our generation. I'm talking, of course, about Matthew Perry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
friends,
lost- I
Matthew
just got
Perry.
chills
We lost
from
a friend.
that.
We lost a friend
We did
in
lose
Matthew
a friend.
Perry.
And
In
you
case
lost a friend. We all lost a friend, and had a massive, massive impact.
I mean, when Friends came out, we're the same age bracket. So the story of these 20-something people living their lives, I mean, we could relate to a certain extent because we go through some of those trials and tribulations. Obviously not sitcom version
Just
trials
the
and
opening
tribulations.
line to the song.
Oh, yeah. So no one told you life was going to be this way. And
Hasn't been your day, your month,
or
your
even
year.
year,
That
yeah.
all of those. It's like, what? I can relate, dude. Put up. We actually had an episode on Friends as well, so go check that out, folks. Go check. We're so avant-garde.
We are.
There's
We
so
are.
many things that we, folks.
well,
if
you talk about enough stuff, eventually something's
Exactly.
going to stick, right?
If you want to kind of lose your mind,
Yeah.
start watching old Lazyboys episodes, and you'll see that we are definitely
On the
ahead
ball.
of the curve, man.
Now, Matthew Perry played, of course, Chandler Bing on Friends.
Could you be any right about that?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't sound like that. That is so not true. That is so not. That. Oh, shut up.
What I liked about at first he was my favorite character
Okay.
because
Well, the
Joey
wit, the sarcasm,
Joey
all
was
that.
too studly. I was never Joey. I was never that studly. Ross was too manic. I was never that. Chandler was not too successful with the women and used a lot of humor, which is a lot of me. Now through the years, Joey found a special place in my heart because Joey's your pal. He's your buddy.
Yeah.
But Chandler was the one I could relate to the most in terms of his life struggles. Now Matthew Perry, of course, had different kind of life struggles than Chandler did.
Yeah.
It was famous. We don't have to rehash over that.
No.
But the whole team, the whole ensemble cast, really had an impact on us.
Yeah.
And
But Matthew Perry learning, I in the last few years, I rediscovered him because he was sharing his struggles with addiction.
well, he put out a biography about a year ago, didn't he?
Yeah, and then on top of that, he was doing a lot of interviews, but he was focusing on helping people. And I'm like, oh my God, as if this person that had a entertainment impact on the world,
Yeah.
where everybody knows his name, and he was recognizable everywhere, and a lot of the stuff he was going through, it was his very close family knew about it. But beyond that, then he had a second life where his main mandate in life was to help others so he could actually
mainly
feel like it
dealing
was
with
actually
addiction
worth
struggles.
it.
Mainly
Yeah,
deal.
so that
But
was
I
amazing.
remember reading after he passed, he had said, I didn't see the interview sadly, but he'd said in an interview that he'd hoped that he'd be remembered more someday for his work helping people with addictions.
Well, there you go, Matthew.
Than being
You're
an
getting
actor.
both. We're
So-
talking about both lives that you gave us.
Yeah.
So,
To Matthew Perry, we salute you.
salute you, Matt.
Now, another great actor who, this to me, he was just a comedic genius, really, because you see this man, he was 6'8", he's huge, he's menacing, he's played a lot of villains in shows and movies and all this stuff, and then he wound up being this lovable doofus teddy bear in Night Court. I'm talking about the late Richard Mall, who played Bull on Night Court. And I forgot about the hand rub now. This guy, like I said, if you've seen him in other stuff, you're like, oh my God. And then you see him as Bull and you're like, really? But it works, which shows really the diversity this guy could play. He was very underrated, but for 9 years, he made us laugh as one of the strongest supporting characters in a huge sitcom. I mean, Night Court was on NBC for 9 years in primetime Thursday nights. It was must-see TV Thursday nights.
Well, for me,
there
it was
Night Court.
him and John Larroquette.
And Harry Anderson too.
Dan Fielding,
yeah.
but I mean, no, for you, yeah. But those two characters for me always hit the mark. Always made me laugh.
Always.
It was just fantastic.
He had
Richard
such
Mall,
a
oh my God, man.
he had such a way to play dim-witted without being annoying.
No, because
He was
wasn't
lovable.
Exactly. So he didn't. It's the way he played that character. He didn't play it stupid.
No.
He played it innocent.
Yes.
But very kind-hearted.
Oh yeah, he was a big teddy bear.
Being that kind-hearted made him be innocent.
A 6'8" teddy bear who could pound you to the ground.
Just rip you apart.
Because he got mad on a few episodes, and then you're like, "Ooh."
Yeah. So people knew, like,
Oh yeah. But
you don't want to play
Richard
around
Mall,
with that. Hey,
we
Richard
salute
Mall,
you.
We salute you.
Okay. Now, another one I want to bring up. This is a more recent loss. And like I think Matthew Perry, this was a surprising loss because he wasn't particularly old. One of my favorite modern sitcoms, I'm talking modern within the last decade here because these sitcoms still run 8-9 years. Brooklyn Nine-Nine was one of the funniest things on television, and I was so sad when it was gone. And of course, Captain Holt, Andre Braugher, recently passed of a sudden cancer. Mm-hmm. Nobody expected it, and just bang! And you're like, oh my God.
That was a shock.
Andre Braugher, of course, was previously on Homicide. I forget which one. There's so many.
Well, he played a cop in another show, but really serious.
Very serious cop.
But didn't he win or was nominated also?
I think he was at least nominated for an Emmy if he didn't win. I'm not
sure
sure
that he did. Like, dude, please nominated or won an Emmy. But I know that he was already, prior to being in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he was already recognized as being a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, and he was a very serious cop in a dramatic film. And then they made him a cop again, but in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And if you've never seen it, this man is the king of deadpan.
Oh my God!
He plays such a straight-laced officer, like so anal, so uptight about everything, but in such a way that it's hilarious. It's such a fine line.
Well, the fact that he was able to contrast to the character of Jake.
Yeah, and Jake Peralta played by Andy Samberg.
And the fact that one's like a complete slob and disjointed completely, and that matchup, if you look, it's an ensemble cast, right?
Oh yeah, brilliant cast.
Within that ensemble cast, the brilliant idea of having the captain be that straight-laced.
Oh yeah.
And his comedic style completely 180
He'd
from
steal
Andy
every scene he was in.
It was on that matchup. Just when every time they'd be confronted, and just the love affair or the father figure that Jake Peralta saw in his captain was fantastic. Just that whole writing, that whole show. But my God, did Andre ever do it?
I have to say, one of my favorite bits of him. The Jake Peralta character, Andy Samberg, wants to play a practical joke on him. and he moved his podium because every morning he as captain he hands out assignments at his podium. He moved it like 1 inch to the left, and Captain Holt shows up and he's like, "What the? 1 inch to the left? What madcap pulled this off?" And he starts cracking up. This straight-laced man is cracked up over this because to him this is a practical joke. That's how weird and uptight he was. 1 inch to the left, but it's just his delivery of it.
You guys, the podium is. You're crazy! How did you pull this off?
Was just so you couldn't help but laugh with him, thinking this is hilarious.
My best moment of him is when he goes up to Jake and he has 2 pictures. He goes, one is a dumpster in the Philippines and the other one's your locker. Which one's your locker? And Jake goes, that one. Goes, they're both your locker. But just that delivery, oh my God.
The king of deliveries.
Up every time.
Andre Bauer,
yeah.
we salute you.
We salute you. Thank you.
Now, there's one last recent addition. We just lost him at the very tail end of December. Tommy Smothers.
Tom Smothers.
This is a bit of an older generation, but he was one half.
Smothers Brothers.
That's right. Tom
look
and
it
Dick
up,
Smothers.
Folks. Go look it up. It's
They
worth
had
it.
the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. A classic straight man versus the bumbling buffoon. Tommy
two
was the bumbling
brothers.
buffoon. 2 brothers.
Which was brilliant because they had like that
And
family
played,
dynamic.
Yeah, they played music, they did sing-alongs, they did sketch humor, everything, and he was also the Yo-Yo Man.
Yo-Yo Man, can you do the Eiffel Tower? He says he can do the Eiffel Tower. Now, this demonstrates the sleeping position of the yo-yo because the Eiffel Tower is constructed of the string only. He will weave an Eiffel Tower just like the one in Paris, France. Now, the yo-yo spinning down there. Is there enough energy to get it back up? Right back up.
This guy could do all sorts of crazy yo-yo tricks. He was skilled, but they had such a great dynamic together. The back and forth, the humor, it was unbeatable. And of course, his favorite tagline, he'd always look at his brother and says, "Mom always liked you best." And it was just every time he said it, you felt like he meant it, because he was the idiot of the two. And it's like, "Mom always liked you best," and you're like, "Yeah, well, you're an idiot."
But I still remember their shows. And I don't know if they were in syndication or if they were actually, because I knew it was really big on Saturday nights. Back in the day, Saturday nights was the big night for variety shows.
Variety, yeah, talk show variety, all that stuff.
For them, they when they were on TV, they were the kings. The comedy that came out of, and it's, if you got to imagine a time where you had your humor had to appeal to a mass audience, but be as clean.
Oh yeah.
Clean, and still make people laugh as much as nothing. Like, it's
not an easy feat.
No, and it was brilliant stuff. They always made us laugh, and great musicians. Always had a blast with them, and I have
and funny songs too. They would play hits. They write humorous songs, and you're always busting a gut at how witty and clever these guys are, but at the same time played on the smart brother and the dumb one. It was just a beautiful dynamic.
Yeah, so that was a shock.
So Richard Smothers, who is still alive, we share your pain. And Tommy,
your brother was loved. And,
we salute you.
We salute you, Tom. Thank you very much.
Now those were celebs. Do you want me to do?
No, go ahead.
Those were the celebs we lost, but the public celebs, anyways. But both Dude and I lost a few superstars in our own lives this year, and we just like to
we'd like to salute them.
Salute them
for the impact they had, and just thinking about you right now. And this is our salute to you.
We miss you guys. I'm all misty now.
That's
All
gonna
right.
be that was tough.
Anyways, that was tough, but you guys stick around because
Yeah.
this is the year of the 2-4.
It is the year of the
stuff
2-4.
coming up. And we'll see you next Thursday.
So thanks for sticking around for the show, folks. We try to do it every year to show that we do appreciate people in the entertainment industry. That, you know what do they do? Make us happy, give us that escapism,
Bring us joy.
We hope to bring a fraction of what those people bring to you. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to demonstrate how much you actually do love us, and we appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.